Alright, hey, hi, hello, how's it going guys? My name is ZetaRayZod and welcome back to more of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on to stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we were still in the pawnbrokers, but we kind of talked to Herlock and he kind of did his deduction thing again. And as usual, we had to fix the messes that he made, but eventually we figured out that the code does not belong to either of them. It in fact belongs to McGilded. If you recall, McGilded was the Irish guy from episode 3, the one where he's wearing the purple suit, blue hair, kind of very Willy Wonka-esque. And he unfortunately died at the end of that episode when he was like stuck in a carriage that was on fire. And I think it's coming back around because the guy, his name was Edgar Benedict, he pointed a gun at us asking for whatever it was back. And luckily enough, Gregson was there just in time to kind of like see the guy off. He escaped though. But yeah, so now, what were we doing? I don't know. We came out and then I ended it there. I'm not sure what we're doing now, but let's continue. See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you're given that. You have a deal, let me keep it, after I looked daggers at him for long enough. You went through the pockets of that and said, go on then. Have it before telling me it's Scarper. Oh, before telling me it's Scarper. Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them. I can't help feeling that it's gonna get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mate. The music box disc? But Mr. Windibank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna have another bash. Give him a long art stare. I think not, Mr. Stride. We shan't enter Windibank's again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now. I'm taking a statement from Mr. Windibank. Well, that disc's mine. I had the ticket from this coat and I was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what that rotten cove said in it. Yeah, he didn't mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Huh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you in a modest violin recital. Is she gonna say yes or no? I think she's gonna say no, yeah. Oh. Why would I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? There she goes. Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Yeah, I kind of feel like she might. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for a potential guest at the data table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Mrs. Sato. Until then, later. Oh wait, until later then. Okay. I guess we shall go back to legal consultancy? What to do? There we go. Can it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? Yeah, it's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? What an English gentleman you trailed off there, Sasato-san. I'm so sorry, when I thought it through, I realized it's not at all true, actually. I simply don't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on me. Nor you, to be honest. Yeah, you still wear your kimono. Well, that's obvious for me because... Yeah, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. Most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It's quite delightful. But somehow,
I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet.
Oops. I wonder how Sasato-san will look in Western clothes. That'd be interesting to see. Are they gonna end up together? Oh my god. I mean, we don't know, right? Let's go Sholmes Street then. 3:46 p.m. Is that dinner time?
Ah, Susie and Bruno! Come in, come in!
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning.
Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh, yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us.
Guess who it is?
Go on. You never guess. Look at those little eyes of her shining.
Oh dear. It's awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it?
It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting?
Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yeah, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? He's just sitting at his desk.
Hurley?
Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I didn't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yeah, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes. Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yeah, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I know what it is.
Why does this girl live here with Mrs. Sholmes? I wonder. Am I right? How? How did you...
Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book.
Ugh, this girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Very well, we shall ask her where are her parents. Ginny, let's ask about Ginny first. So, by Ginny you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGillick case 2 months ago, right?
Yes.
Well, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. She still hasn't given it back as well. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together.
And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yeah, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then, I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I developed.
Oh. So you let her keep your smoke grenade launcher?
There's so many beautiful colors in the world, Gina wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley. Gets bonked in the face with a smoke grenade. It's just like, take it. Just take it.
Oh, I can't wait for Gina to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I just hope she does actually come. Yeah, what if she doesn't show up? That'll be disappointing, right?
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
You're dead?
Mommy passed away when I was born. And around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Oh yeah. Danny and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Really? You recorded them all? So it is John Wilson.
So, you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes? Really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? So Mr. Sholmes' partner is your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. That only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. I found your father's memoirs. Yeah, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me, that's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. I think it's John Wilson, isn't it?
Well said! I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean,
Oh. It must have done.
I wonder why Mrs. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There's some things I can just see. Especially lies. I always know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he's solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy's Dr. John H. Wilson. I freaking knew it! I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father went to some distant land and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson? I can't remember the court will now hear the trial of Ryonosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Does she know he's dead? That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Does she know? Miss Sato.
Yes? Yes.
Perhaps you shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
I don't know if she knows though. Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you!
Eek! Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Huh. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really?
And do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? What are you talking about, my dear madam?
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Mrs. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilden's disc.
Oh my.
So he does remember. Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. So proud of it as well.
Ooh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be a pickpocketing assistant. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications.
Give me money or die.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just gonna pretend this conversation never happened, I think. Converse. While you have it, sir, why did you not give it away? I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this.
That's a bar of caramel, Mrs. Sholmes.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I don't remember, actually. I'll be taking that whatever it is of Mr. McGilden's down to the yacht. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did. But I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend in action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars. Like this. Oh, clever. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. Yeah, I saw Sholmes' caramel. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. Okay. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never rub out high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Okay.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows? No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know, Bruno?
Do tell.
Yep. Inside a music box is a special metal piece called a cone. That's what produces its sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth with the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one?
That's Hurley for you, always taking things too far. But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will mount a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yeah, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Put all these music boxes there. Alright, how about Magnus? Magnus McGilden. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Same. Yeah, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. He was on fire. Yep, that's him. He's in there. He was in the carriage. Mr. McGilden perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. So I guess we can safely assume that he did commit that murder. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGillicud's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers still claim that it remains an unsolved case.
yeah, because it seems like he planted evidence and stuff, so. The murder of the brick baker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. To be sure. And although Mr. McGillicud was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed. What are we gonna do?
Well, it's time I start getting things ready for dinner, I think. Gina will be here before long.
She might. Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then.
Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you're as incensed as I was.
Yeah, he did steal it.
Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be an occasional mix-up, caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
How did you know? How did you know that? How did you know the title?
Ah.
What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said The Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well, that's...
Did you sneak in? That's because Mrs. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mrs. Sholmes, of course.
But Runo, The Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand. I think she snuck into the storeroom then.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it's the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
Oh my god, Susato, what'd you do? So that's why the manuscript's at Windibank?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Oh, she's right there. Miss Lestrade. This was a bad idea. I knew it would welcome. I'm going. No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh yes, just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I will take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is then. Oh, it's... what's his name? Wagahai.
Meow.
Cute. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violent performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves, well into the night. Pickpocketing, yeah! But how did Susato know the name? That's interesting. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Jesus.
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something? I wonder.
No, what's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Ah, the one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
Telegrams from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for? What did you do?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is just making me feel very uneasy. Knockety knock! Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris, hello again. And Gina? Still pouting?
And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's gonna stay with us tonight. She's gonna sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea.
What? Does Iris stay up here with us?
You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Oh, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
Okay, you might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
She stole it! Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my, however did you... I told you, did I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it though.
Ah, thank you.
Alright then, good night.
Yep, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy me chances with a lawyer who lives in a place like this.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does. Fine, let's talk to her about it.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you gonna tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time. Please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mantle script, or whatever you call it. I think... accent just got so much higher, so much like more thicker.
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries.
Daddy's?
That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner.
Eh?
They solve all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
Why is she so shocked?
Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened.
So where is the old man now then?
He had to go away on urgent business to faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time.
Oh shit, she doesn't know.
So I've never really met him.
Oh, right. Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either.
Perhaps you should ask her.
Hounds or Baskerville? Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating.
But it's different somehow
From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as sheet. First time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you toiled over it for so long, Iris, but this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
Alright then, I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it?
Yep. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe.
That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's me that's what it is, keeping secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean, eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
Yeah, because he likes to talk about everything. I think so too.
You lot are too trusting for your own good.
But he can't pull the wool over my eyes.
Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What?
Hurley's lying to me?
No, he's probably not. Wait. There's Gina? That's Gina. Your parents. I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina. I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Then how did you get born, lady?
Oh.
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us. From the minute we're born, not even our mums.
That's kinda sad.
But we've all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by.
So that's why you're a pickpocket.
Nah, David's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it.
Oh, Gina.
God, I'm really messing up her accent. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. Now it's Irish. Irish just gotta shut it up. I haven't listened to what Irish just said. It sounds like having parents ain't always easy either.
Oh.
I mean, if you know you never had him, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet him. Interesting.
It's true. I do want to see Daddy. So much. Oh, Iris.
Are we gonna tell her Dad's dead? I don't know. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Miss Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, you reckon he popped that mantle secret or whatever, right? But come on, That's obviously a load of rubbish.
Oh my, why would you think that, Gina?
It's simple. That story is really an old Windibank story. There's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it.
Ah,
Sorry Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
but Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it.
Ha. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realised it yet. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't a Windibanks. You'd soon see if you had to look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. How old is she?
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Jeannie. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah, alright.
And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris. Sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she just speaks like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. She's only 10, I think.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yuma University. Can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. She doesn't know he's dead. That's sad. Are you gonna tell her? Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night. Yeah, it's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? She steal something from you? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home. But I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Oh, she's breaking in? Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Windibank's... That's Mr. Windibank's pawnbroker. Mr. Windibank's... Oh no. She's gonna steal it, isn't she? That's simple. If that story was really an old Windibank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words you, could know about it. Sorry Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Miss Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once. Oh, Mrs. Sato. Mrs. Sato. Oh boy. Door to Windibank's. It's open. You got the cameras around the area, right?
And the lamp is burning.
Must be Gina, wasn't it? Maybe it's the other guy. Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, it's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. Oh god, is Windibank dead? Oh shit. There's blood on the calendar. There's no one here. Oh yes. There is. Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Oh shit, what happened? What the? Sholmes been shot? Please be Mr. Naruhodo. But after them, go! Right. Oh my god, oh my god. Blast! I've lost them. Oh, hello. What have we here? That's a policeman. There we go. Alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Don't you know something about that? Oh, officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windibank's. Oh wow, is Sholmes gonna be arrested for murder?
Holmes-san!
なるほど様。
大丈夫ですか？僕は大丈夫だ。心配ない。それよりもあの扉の向こうだ。早く。
Oh shit, Windibank's dead. Gina's there too, what?
Gina-san!
Oh no. We're gonna have to defend her, aren't we? To be continued. Oh! Oh man. The door was locked. He was shot. She was there. This is interesting. It's another locked room situation. Oh my god. But she doesn't have a weapon though. So, can they blame her? I don't know. Bang. Ah! There were two people there. We saw the I saw the outline, but I couldn't see who. I couldn't really see who it was. Behind the door in the storeroom. Hurry. Shit. Oh no, she has the gun. It's Gina? Okay, you know what? We're gonna leave this episode here. Leave it at a cliffhanger. Oh my gosh. She has a gun, but I don't know. I don't know what she's done. God, this is like episode 1 again when like they saw me with the gun. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm 100% sure she's innocent as usual because someone else shot Sholmes, right? So whoever shot Sholmes must be the one that killed Windibank. I don't know what she has the gun for, but we'll see what happens, right? She has a sling bag around her. Okay, from what I can see, not a lot of information so far, but again, we'll probably find more information as we go along. So, for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!